Damn it, Stig. The words hung in the writer's room like the last note of a badly tuned guitar, sharp, vibrating, impossible to ignore. Papers littered the table. Coffee cups formed a small civilization, and someone had drawn a mustache on a headshot taped to the whiteboard. It was that kind of day. Stig didn't look up from his laptop. You have to wait, Mira continued, pacing now, hands slicing through the air like she could edit reality by gesture alone. You don't just blurt it out. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Stig finally glanced up, expression calm in the way that suggested either deep thought or complete detachment from consequences. I thought it was honest, he said. Honest? Mira stopped pacing. Honest is not the same as dramatically satisfying. Honest gets you fired. Honest gets the show cancelled. Honest, she grabbed a marker and jabbed it toward the board, does not get you renewed for season 3. Across the table, Armin snorted into his coffee. I mean, technically, it might, if the network pivots to tragic realism. No one wants tragic realism, Mira snapped. They want tension. They want stakes. They want. She paused, searching for the word, then landed on it with force, timing. Stig leaned back in his chair. He tells her the truth. That's a stake. Too early, Mira said. It collapses the arc. You're deflating the entire second act. What's left? They just sit there, awkwardly, compare tax forms? People do that, Stig said. This isn't a documentary about paperwork. There was a beat. Armin raised a finger. I'd watch that. Depends on the paperwork. Mira ignored him. Look, she said, softer now but more dangerous for it. You built this whole premise. Guy goes to America. Fake relationship. Immigration angle. Emotional complication. It's messy. It's layered. It's, dare I say, good. But the engine of that story is the secret. The lie. The fact that she doesn't know. Stig closed his laptop halfway, considering, so he should lie longer. Yes, Mira said. Exactly. Thank you. That makes him worse. It makes him interesting. It makes him manipulative. It makes him watchable. Stig frowned, like that distinction mattered more than it should. Armin leaned back, chair creaking. Here's the thing, he said. Right now, in your draft, episode 3, he just drops it. By the way, I'm using you. Boom. Scene over. No build-up. No consequence. Just emotional detonation in a vacuum. It's not a vacuum, Stig said. She reacts. She blinks. Mira corrected. Then she says, okay, that's not a reaction. That's a placeholder. Stig hesitated. I thought the restraint was powerful. Restraint is powerful when it's earned, Mira said. This isn't restraint. This is you skipping the part where we care enough for it to hurt. Silence settled, thicker this time. Even Armin didn't joke. Stig tapped his fingers on the laptop. So what do you want? Mira didn't answer immediately. She turned to the whiteboard, where a rough timeline sprawled in uneven handwriting. Episode 1, she said, pointing. They meet. There's friction, but also curiosity. Episode 2, they establish the deal, whatever version of the lie we're committing to. Episode 3, she tapped the marker against the board. This is where you deepen it. Complications. Maybe she starts to suspect. Maybe he almost tells her and backs out. That tension, that is where the audience leans forward. And the confession? Stig asked. Later, Mira said. Much later, when it costs something. Armin nodded. Right now, it costs him nothing. He just unloads guilt and walks away cleaner. That's not drama. That's therapy. Stig almost smiled. You say that like it's a bad thing. It is, Mira said. For television. Stig leaned forward again, fingers steepled. What if, he began, then stopped. What if what? Mira pressed. What if he tries to tell her? Stig said slowly, but something interrupts. Not in a cheap way, in a meaningful way. Mira's eyes narrowed, interest flickering. Go on. He decides he's going to come clean. Stig said, he's worked himself up to it. There's a whole internal buildup, he can't keep lying. He actually cares about her. All that. He goes to tell her. And, Armin prompted. And she tells him something first, Stig said. Mira tilted her head. Like what? Something that makes his confession complicated. Stig said, maybe she's taken a risk for him, or she's admitted something vulnerable, or, he hesitated, she says she trusts him. Mira let out a slow breath. Okay, that's something. Armin grinned. Now we're cooking. So he doesn't tell her, Mira said, testing the idea. Not because he's a coward, well, partially because he's a coward, but also because the moment has shifted. The stakes have changed. Stig nodded. It's not just about him anymore. Mira pointed the marker at him. Exactly. Now the lie has weight. Now every scene after that, there's pressure. He's carrying this thing, and it's getting heavier. And when it finally comes out, Armin added, it explodes. Stig looked down at his laptop, the earlier version of the scene still glowing on the screen. The blunt confession, the clean release. It's Messier, he said. Mira smiled, a little feral. Good. He exhaled. I still think there's value in honesty. There is, Mira said, but timing is honesty in storytelling. Tell the truth too early, and it doesn't mean anything. Tell it at the right moment, and it breaks people. Armin raised his coffee cup. To breaking people. Mira clinked her marker against it. To ratings. Stig didn't join the toast. He was already typing. Later that night, the room was quieter. The fluorescent lights hummed overhead, and the city beyond the windows had settled into that late-hour rhythm, less chaos, more undercurrent. Stig sat alone now, the others gone, the whiteboard still cluttered with their arguments. He reread the scene. Version 1, blunt, immediate, almost clinical. I'm using you, the character said. This isn't real. And she just absorbed it. No fracture, no fallout, just acceptance. It had felt clean when he wrote it, brave, even. Now it felt thin. He highlighted the lines, hovered over the delete key, then stopped. What if you're right? He murmured to the empty room. What if dragging it out just makes him worse? But worse wasn't the same as wrong. He thought about the character not as a device, not as a plot function, but as a person, someone who started with a plan, a justification, a tidy narrative about survival and necessity. And then things got complicated. Because people always did. Stig began to rewrite. In the new version, the scene started earlier. He paced outside her apartment, rehearsing words that kept dissolving the moment he tried to hold them. The lie sat in his chest like something alive, something shifting. He knocked. She opened the door, surprised but smiling. You're late, she said. I know, he replied. Can I come in? Inside, everything felt smaller, more real. The space between them was charged with everything unsaid. I need to tell you something, he began. She hesitated, then laughed softly. That's funny. What? I was going to say the same thing. He felt something tilt. You go first, he said. She shook her head. No, you look like you're about to pass out. Go ahead. He opened his mouth. This is it, he thought. Just say it, end it. I told my sister about you, she said suddenly. He blinked. What? She doesn't know everything, she rushed on, words tumbling now, but she knows enough, and she thinks I'm insane, which, fair, but I don't know, she laughed again, nervous. I wanted someone to know that this matters, that you matter.